All right, so this is a test video for screen recording. So I got this software called OBS, and it allows you to capture your screen. So we're gonna do a test on the just how this works. Maybe I'll make games. I don't know. Again, we're still in the trial run of this channel. 100 videos. I'm gonna have to try a lot of different ideas. So gaming is gonna be one of them. Stardew Valley is a game that I respect a lot. I have tried to do some independent game making in my own life. It's very hard to create a game, so I have a lot of respect, doing all the sounds, all the animation, all the coding. It just takes a lot of effort and a lot of work, and so I figured Stardew Valley would be a good game to start with that, just because I mean it's not my favorite game of all time, but it's a game that I've been playing a lot recently with some friends. We've kind of been doing our own farms, and figure I'll do a day of this. We'll see how it goes as a test, and you can see my 100% farm. So if we go into here to load, I have two farms. This first one here is the one that I have been playing by myself, and then the second one, we're not too far, but sometimes with friends, we'll go in and we will just sort of try to do a co-op farm. But I'm gonna start with just do a day of my main farm. We'll see how it goes. You can see what I've done in this farm. I'll just explain it to you. It's nothing too fancy for a 100% farm. This was my first time ever really playing the game, so I probably wasn't the most efficient run, but you can see it's currently year 5, Jazz's birthday. And what I kind of have here is, this is my tea leaves, this is my kid, these is kind of like my workshop area down here. I have all the chests around the workshop, so it can use all the stuff from the chests. This is just kind of some miscellaneous stuff. Usually you drink one of these espresso things to start the day. It gives you a little bit more speed up here, and it lasts for just over 4 minutes, which is nice. This is my other kid, and I married Abigail because I thought Abigail was pretty cool. Make sure you don't get a heat stroke, my love. She's very nice. She never says anything like mean. I don't know if anyone else does. I mean, no complaints with Abigail. This is my wine and cheese cellar. I usually just do goat cheese, but this is, I got it stocked up a bit. Could use some more goat cheese in here to once those are all complete, but I have the wine just in case. Um, this is kind of the start of my farm. I put the 100% kind of hat on this guy. He's my horse. It's Jazz's birthday, so this one will give me the pink cake. You get this for 1,000,000 gold from the casino. There's also the when you get 100%, you can get this other statue that gives you a prismatic shard every day, so that's really nice. Um, this thing is an obelisk you get for completing a wizard quest, and I just have it teleporting to where I usually start my run for the day. So we'll go down here, and I usually start down here with the fish ponds. Just kind of collect these. I'll move my way over here, and then I'll come over, collect these last couple ones. And I like a diverse cast. I know it's probably more efficient to go with the one that makes you the most money, but I don't really care that much about money. It's more just about, like, I don't know, seeing what they give you. And then this is like my preserves jar kind of place, which again, I feel like some people have said that the preserve jars aren't the most profitable, but at the time I just really wanted a shed full of preserve jars just to I didn't I had a tree farm for the oak resin for the kegs, but it wasn't big enough to where I would get a lot of kegs. So I just kind of made a preserve jar one, because you can buy coal from Clint, which is nice. So I just kind of uh, take one of these fruits. Right now I'm doing strawberries because I have a lot of strawberries, and I just kind of fill them up, put the excess in here. Once it gets high enough, or I feel like selling them, I'll sell them. Then I'll move over to my crystallariums, and this is pretty much just where you get the gem duplications. So I have jade for staircases when I want to go down into like the skull cavern. If I want to, I guess, skip some levels, it was especially helpful when I was trying to grind the monster slayers. So those dinosaurs, really helpful to just kind of expedite that process a bit. Um, and then after going over there, sometimes these trees will have the sap, so I get my oak resin. I don't really need kegs right now, but this is how I'd get my kegs. I used to have a bigger tree farm, but I changed it up a bit. Down here are my three cabins, so if I have any friends come on, they each get their own horse and their own place to sleep. Here I've got my animals, so I've got three barns and one coop. Uh, the barns are one's for pigs, one's mostly sheep, and one is ostrich. And then the coop is just kind of like a hodgepodge of everything else. I've got the void chicken, the dinos, some ducks, some other chickens. There's a blue chicken down there, and I usually just pet my animals. And then I've got these things to collect the resources for me. There is this thing you can get, I think that's the auto petter in Skull Cavern, but I haven't been able to get any of them yet. So it would be nice to pick that up at some point, so I don't have to. Um, I guess what am I saying? Would be nice to get that, so I don't have to pet them all the time, especially on a rainy day. While I'm kind of going, it's easy to just pet them as I go through the run, but it's you know kind of a little bit like it would be just easier if I didn't have to. I keep some extra hay in these chests right here so I can fill up these silos. I just buy max stacks from Marnie because that's simple. Then I deposit my resources. I wanted to flesh out this room a bit more, just have like all this as cheesemaker and all that as the egg, and then have some like oils and I don't know, just kind of like the artisan shed. But it's really not that necessary, and they kind of take up a lot of resources. Like I think one of these takes up hardwood. Yeah, the cheese press takes up hardwood, and there is this kind of thing you can get when you get Mr. Key. You get the deconstructors, which are down here, and I don't know, there's somewhere down here. Anyway, you can get like deconstructors. Oh, maybe you just have to buy them. Maybe you can't make them from Mr. Key, and you can buy corks from Willie, and he can. And when you put the corks and the cork lures in the deconstructors, it turns into hardwood, but it's only like 5 or something. So you really have to buy a lot of it. It's just kind of a tedious grind for hardwood. And earth crystals, I often don't pick those up in mines, so that's why I don't really have a whole lot of those. I used to sell them back in the day, and I don't know. So that's my just my artisan shed. Over here, I've got my pineapple shed. So nothing's grown right now, but basically, this is one of the best fruits I think you can grow indoors. So even during the winter time, it's nice to just have like more of a farm going. So when I was grinding for money, that was good to have. This is my coffee shed, so I won't pick any now, but pretty much I have the coffee beans growing on one side, coffee on the other side. That just conserves space, so I don't have to use any of my farmland for coffee. It's just all in one shed. I like the organization of that. This is my greenhouse, so I've got all the fruit trees. I've got ancient fruit in the middle, and every like 3 days I'll collect all the fruit, and then I'll occasionally collect the ancient fruit. I used to do the cactus fruit, but it's really kind of a waste. I could probably make this a little bit more efficient and put the deluxe fertilizer grow or whatever, or not the fertilizer, the deluxe water grow, so you don't need these sprinklers here. But it's I've kind of gotten the 100% already, so I'm not really like going for efficiency either. It's whatever. Um, but yeah, I'll usually deposit a lot of my fruits in here. Just kind of continue the run. So there's this thing you can do at the end of, I think it's either year 2 or year 3. It might think it's the first day year 3 when Grandpa comes to visit you. and he gives you one of these. And there's this kind of mechanic you can do where you can, if you have a full inventory, you can keep getting more of them, and the game will think that you haven't collected yours yet, so you can just keep picking them up. Some people think it's cheating. I'm just having fun playing the game, so I thought it would be cool to, just see how it is. So that's what this one is. And then I've got all the furnaces and all the ores that I collect. So if I ever need like an ore, I can just kind of get coal, get some iridium or some copper, or some iron or whatever, and just kind of mass smelt it. Um, Helps a lot when you're making a lot of things that require a lot of bars. This is my first keg shed, which is all starfruit. So pretty much during the summertime or when I was on Ginger Island, I would have all this starfruit growing, and then I would just bring it here and mass put it in the kegs. And I think I have quite a few starfruit actually. So yeah, I have almost a max stack of the silver stars, and then I've been using most of these ones and sometimes the gold stars. So the star fruit's pretty nice, and then also the kegs for the ancient fruit. Um, so oh yeah, I can show you the amounts I have. So I'm kind of running low on the ancient fruit department, but it's all good. Um, there is the cave here. I chose the fruit one. I personally like the fruit better than the mushrooms. I think it's just a personal opinion. I don't know. I've heard mixed things. I don't know if one's actually better than the other. And then these are the obelisks just over in this corner, and the golden clock is kind of behind. So I've gotten that. I guess we can go to Ginger Island. I don't think there's anything really interesting at the other places to really show. Some people plant like a lot of trees on their desert, but I don't really do that. This is Ginger Island, so yeah, Abigail's here. So that's pretty cool. Sometimes what I would do, since Leo and the dwarf were some of the last people I needed to get max friendship with, I would put like just like a chest near them where I could, take a duck feather out and just go deliver it to them real quick. So you might see some chests there. That's just like a nice strategy to do when you're trying to grind for that friendship. That was actually the last thing, getting 10 stars with the dwarf, just because I'm really bad at maintaining friendships in this game. But yeah, this is my Ginger Island farm. So what I was trying to do was make it all be ancient fruit, and I got 100% a little bit before that. So the ancient fruits there. This was the latest batch I just planted, and then this is my star fruit. So I pretty much use this entire upper area for money making with just star fruit to make money to get the 100%. And then down here, I would grow what is it? I think it's not the grass starter, but the fiber seeds. Because the fiber seeds gives you fiber, and that's another resource that's kind of annoying to grind for. And the fiber seeds will give you the deluxe retaining soil, which is really nice because you need 3 fiber for each one, and that kind of adds up. And then you also need fiber for something else. I forget what you need fiber for, but you need fiber for a couple of things. Um, yeah, it's escaping me right now, but I'm sure it's something. You also need clay. Maybe it's clay. I think um, you need clay for the deluxe retaining soil, and you need clay for the fiber seeds too. So clay is another thing you kind of have to grind for. Um, but yeah, I just have these kind of chests scattered about. Another thing I used to do in this farm was we have to make all the cooking and the produce. So I would kind of segment each one of these sprinklers to be a different patch. So I might have one as like the tomatoes, and then one as the strawberries, one as the blueberries, just growing things in the off season. So you can really complete all those recipes and whatnot. And then over here, notice that's probably not as efficient as it could be. But noticed over here, there's also my beehives. I was gonna eventually make beehives going all around here for the whatchamacallem. I think this is the fairy plants. Um, the thing with the beehives is that they cost a lot of coal, and sometimes I don't really like nowadays. I don't really know if I want to like go and use all my coal on beehives. They might be worth it, but again, I don't really know if like the money is really needed at this stage in the game. So I would just use other sources for money, such as the kegs. Um, and then this is kind of to showcase the you got the 100% right here. Um, It's got about 38 gems. I want to save up and get this golden egg. If you haven't gotten the golden egg, um, it's I don't really. I think it gives you a golden chicken. I don't know if the golden eggs that the chicken drops are expensive or they sell for a bit. Um, my current key task is to do the key beans. Most of this I'll probably just be walking through, wasting time of the day, just because it's not really something that I feel like I've just been kind of skipping some days here and there, just going to bed early. There's no real point to really um, stay up as late as you need to, unless you're trying to, I guess, complete the game in a record time. But this is just kind of a for fun run to complete it. We can go to the dig site just to see what's over there. Um, This was a good spot actually for grinding the clay. These things will drop clay, which is very handy for those recipes I said earlier, the deluxe retaining soil and the fiber seeds. Um, it's really it takes a lot of grinding. I beat this in 169 hours, and sometimes I would leave the game on. So I'm not exactly sure how long it took me, but it does take a lot of time to do, and I feel like I was no lifing it for a bit. It's really fun to do. I recommend everyone try to 100% the game. It feels very rewarding. Um, but yeah, that's pretty much it. I might just go to bed because like it's I don't really know what to do. I like playing with friends, I think, now more than playing on this farm, just because I feel like I've accomplished everything. And it's really fun to just play with friends. And I kind of like the system uh, where you share the money. I think that I like these types of cooperative games where there are conflicts and restraints like that. Like you can have this farm as like your own personal gem that you can show people and be proud of. But I think like when you're doing a cooperative game, it's cool to have those obstacles. Um, and I kind of there's probably like things like this. I've played Minecraft and Raft and other types of cooperative kind of resource gathering games with friends. But what I really like about Stardew Valleys is that money sharing system where you can just it drives conversation, and you can really strategize together and really be like, okay, should we get the backpack? Should we get the strawberry seeds? That kind of stuff. And I think that that's more fun than just kind of being in Discord or something, just working on your own thing and being like, hey, you want to come check out my farm? And then they come over and they're just like, that's cool. And then they go back doing what they're doing, and you're like, oh, I spent like 2 days working on this thing, and I just got a, oh, that's cool response. So I definitely like this game, how there's that cooperative interactive feature with the money sharing. But I think that's pretty much it for this farm. Um, we got to do the little tour. Maybe I'll post a little picture at the end where it's where is it? The You can see a screenshot of the entire farm by going down to the bottom here, and if you zoom out all the way, you can take a screenshot. And I'll probably just post that at the very end so you can kind of see what it looks like. And I think that's it. So yeah, we'll see how this kind of turns out. This is the first time using this kind of software to record the screen. So we'll see if it's successful, and maybe there will be more of this in the future. Who knows? But thanks. Have a good one. Later days. I'll see you.